Hi, it's Fred Krieger here again, talking about our strategic plan, workshop, strategic planning, business planning, financial planning, however you want to look at it, is that it all comes defined down to our next section, which is really establishing the goal, the strategy, and our action items. So, goal is really defined as your destination. Where do you want to go? Now, sometimes the challenging is our mindset, and we need to basically change that mindset in order to achieve that new destination. And it also creates a necessity to develop some specific tactics in order to achieve that goal. So, what comes down to it is that you have a specific goal in mind. Maybe it's a sales goal, maybe it's a client served goal, maybe even in your own personal world, maybe it's that eliminate debt goal, or have income goal, or retirement goal, or even your health goal, right? It's not always, by the way, not always about losing weight, but there's to be some other health goals that, again, you want to achieve that destination. Now, with that, you have a strategy or a list of strategies that you will use in order to reach those goals. And a lot of times, strategies are misinterpreted as goals. And so sometimes when you interfere between those two of them, you'll see that maybe is that I want to talk about the strategy. Strategies are a math equation. They are x to y by when. So again, you are at x, you need to be at y, and then you need to be at when. So when you set that on paper, it's pretty good, right? So let's just say right now that you know that you have 5 particular clients or 5 referral sources that give you business every single month. But to achieve your goal, you're going to have at least 10 clients, 10 referral sources in order to achieve the goal that you have set for yourself. And you must put it at when. It's very important to put it at that when. Now, a lot of times when people do planning, they say, well, by the end of the year, let's say we're doing planning in January, February, right? This is not a barometer. This is actually active plans. So just make sure it's realistic. In order for you to achieve your goal, you're going to have to actually hit that strategy by a sooner date than you probably think. Now, the individual tasks, simply stated, are individual items or stepping stones that you're going to use in order to get to that strategy, which will achieve that goal. And these are really infinite details. So for instance, right, you want to increase your client base from 5 to 10, or your referral base from 5 to 10. Well, what do? Well, you have to establish that list. Who are the people that can send you business? Maybe it's that every single week I'm going to have at least 2 coffees, 2 network meetings, right? Those are specific things for you to do. Those are specific tasks. Again, tasks, strategies, and goals. Now, let's just say that some of the tasks that you're doing are not achieving your strategy. You need to pivot and shift. And we talked about that. Pivot and shifting, really, really important. Don't wait till the end of the year to pivot and shift. Pivot and shift earlier than later. Same thing with the strategy. The strategies are not achieving your infinite goals. You need to switch on those strategies. And I would recommend have no more than 3 goals. The mind sometimes can really get confused if you actually do more than 3 things at a time. I don't know why, but I think there's some scientific method out there that has understood that. Same thing with your strategies. By having too many strategies, there's too many irons in the fire that your focus becomes limited. So again, to achieve your goal, you have to have 3 strategies. You can have unlimited amount of tasks regarding to it. So again, let's focus on that. This is Fred Krieger. We'll talk soon.